You know the look. That physique built for pure power. Yep, that's John Cena. For decades, he's been this icon of strength and discipline. But have you ever really stopped to wonder how someone actually builds a body like that? Well, that's exactly what we're here to do. We're going to deconstruct the routine and the philosophy that made him a legend. And it all starts right here. Never give up. Look, these three words are so much more than a catchphrase he shouts on TV. They're the engine. This philosophy is what powers every single lift, every set, and every day he walks into the gym. So keep that phrase in your head because you're going to see how it connects to everything we talk about. So here's our game plan. We're going to start with his core philosophy, then jump right into his weekly blueprint. After that, we'll get into the secret behind his explosive edge, how he fuels that massive machine, and then we'll wrap up with the one big principle that ties it all together. All right, let's dive into section 1, the Cena philosophy. And right off the bat, this is the most important thing you need to get about him. His training, it's not just about looking good for the cameras. It's about building a body that is built to perform. So how does he do it? Well, his secret sauce is that he doesn't just stick to one thing. He's mixing together three completely different training styles. You've got the raw, brute strength of powerlifting, the muscle sculpting of bodybuilding, and the real-world capability of functional strength. It's this unique blend that creates his look and his ability. So the goal really is a trifecta. It's never enough to just be strong or just be massive. The whole point is to be strong, massive, and capable, all at the same time. That's the formula for his incredible presence, whether he's in the wrestling ring or on a movie set. Okay, so that's the philosophy, but how does it actually look in the gym day to day? Well, it all starts with a super structured 5-day plan. This is the very foundation of his entire week. So check this out. This is the bird's eye view of his week. And yeah, each day hits a big muscle group. That's pretty standard stuff. But look closer at that focus column. That's the key. It's not just lift heavy things. It's about the why. Is it for power, for explosive speed, to prevent injuries? Every single day has a very deliberate purpose. Kicking things off, day 1, chest. This day is all about building that iconic, powerful upper body, starting with a foundation of just raw, heavy pressing power. Next up, day 2, legs. Yep, the legendary squat heavy day. And let me tell you, this isn't for show. This is the engine room. This is where all that explosive power he needs in the ring really comes from. All right, day 3 is all about those trademark arms. You could call this a direct assault on the biceps and triceps, designed to build both pure strength and just massive size. Moving on to day 4, shoulders. This is how he builds that ridiculously imposing frame. He's mixing heavy overhead presses for pure strength, with raises to create that wide signature V-taper. And wrapping up the week, day 5, back. And this is an absolute powerhouse of a day. You've got deadlifts for that total body strength and rows for incredible width. A strong back is it's non-negotiable if you want to avoid injuries. Okay, so that 5-day split is the foundation, but it's only part of the story. To get that unique, almost shocking explosive edge, he pulls from a discipline that most people in the gym never even touch. Think about it. How can a guy that big be so fast and agile? It is no accident. It all comes from his deep background in the super explosive world of Olympic lifting. And it really boils down to two key lifts: the clean and jerk and the snatch. Now, these aren't just about moving weight. They're incredibly technical, full body movements that literally train your nervous system to fire on all cylinders and generate maximum force in a split second. This is his secret weapon. Of course, you can't train like an absolute machine without fueling it properly. That level of intensity is just impossible without the right food, which brings us to the absolutely critical role of his diet. And his approach to food is actually pretty simple, but it's brutally effective. You're not going to find any weird fads here. It's just clean, whole foods. We're talking lean proteins like chicken and fish for muscle repair, complex carbs like oatmeal and brown rice for energy that lasts, and of course, tons of vegetables. The focus is always on high-quality fuel, period. And this really gets to the heart of his nutrition philosophy. Just like his workouts, his diet isn't about just getting bigger for the sake of it. It's all about one thing: optimizing his body to perform at its absolute peak day in and day out. All right, so we've looked at his weekly split, his secret weapon with the explosive lifts, and his performance diet. But there has to be something that holds all of this together, right? What's the glue? Well, in our final section, we're going to get to the real secret. So I want you to think for a second. Everything we've just covered, that intense 5-day split, the crazy heavy lifting, the super disciplined diet. What's the one word, the one single principle that makes all of that possible? Not just for a month, but for years. The answer is one simple word: consistency. It's not about that one amazing workout you had. It's not about having a perfect diet for 1 week. It is the relentless, sometimes boring, day in, day out act of just showing up and doing the work for years on end. And honestly, this is the ultimate takeaway from all of this. That body, that level of strength, it wasn't built in a month. It wasn't even built in a year. It is the physical manifestation of thousands of days of disciplined, focused, and relentless effort. Which brings us right back to the very beginning, doesn't it? Never give up. Now you see, it's not just a motto for when things get tough. It is the daily practice of consistency. It means you don't give up on today's workout. You don't give up on today's meal plan. You don't give up on this simple process of becoming just a little bit stronger than you were yesterday. So I'll leave you with this question. When you look at this entire framework of dedication, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? Whether it's in the gym, at your job, or in any part of your life. What could any of us truly achieve with that same kind of relentless consistency?